Things just took a major turn for the Philadelphia 76ers according to a recent report. The potential slam dunk number 3 overall pick that many are expecting of Ace Bailey, the freshman forward out of Rutgers, might not be the 76ers' choice after all. The 76ers are expected to explore a wide pool of candidates here at the number 3 overall pick. It has been speculated, it has been reported that if the Sixers are picking there at number 3, that Ace Bailey will most likely be the guy. But according to this recent report, multiple players are on their list, and there also have been reports that the Sixers could be looking to move the pick. We are in full draft rumor, draft limbo kind of season, and I said it in my video just a week ago. The beauty of the Sixers being here at number 3 overall, sitting behind most likely Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper getting picked. You can look at it glass half full, glass half empty. But sitting there at number 3 gives you options and the potential to pick a player, trade down, trade the pick in its entirety. They have some options. But according to this recent report from Draft Express, the 76ers are signaling that they are looking at a wide group of prospects consisting of Ace Bailey, as we mentioned, VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor, Tre Johnson out of Texas, Kaman Malawach out of Duke, and Con Knipple out of Duke as well. Ace Bailey, widely considered this draft's third most talented prospect, is the natural fit here, as he could slide seamlessly into the Sixers lineup at small forward or power forward, operating alongside any of their current players. So when you get back to the main discussion of, is Ace Bailey kind of the guy there? Is he the main pick, the main option for this Philadelphia 76ers team? I think sitting here as of right now on May 21st, yes. He passes the eye test for me. He's a dynamic shot maker. A lot of people don't like that he takes a ton of tough shots, that he doesn't always lock in on the defensive end, but he shows flashes of defensive upside. Not much of a playmaker right now, but he does a lot of things that you can't teach. And scoring the basketball from his size, from his athletic standpoint, from his length, he has everything you want as a high-level scoring wing prospect. But is that the Sixers' cup of tea? There are some negatives in Ace Bailey's game that people kind of pick through. Do they look to go and just kind of load up on these guards and potentially down the line move a guy like Jared McCain, move a guy like Quentin Grimes? Do they select a VJ Edgecombe, a Tre Johnson? Do they kind of fit into that regard? Con Knipple is more likely the most likely guy that you can plug and play out of this group from day one, and he's probably coming off the bench, but he has a defined role from day one. Malawach, I think he is going to be certainly in consideration. But I do think it's a situation where the Sixers are still looking to make that final run with Embiid. And if they do believe in his knees and his feet and his back and everything in between that it's going to be able to hold up for a few more years, I think you'd be wasting this pick here on the number 3 guy. Malawach, sure, he could potentially be, a high-level dynamic big man down the line, but he's not going to get that full taste of development that he's going to need, I think, with the Philadelphia 76ers. If they were to select him there at 3, I would be shocked, but it is a player that I could see them looking to move down. But Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe, Tre Johnson, I certainly think are in the mix. Con Knipple, I think, is certainly going to be in the mix, but also more of a trade-down candidate. If it's any guy, if they're picking at number 3, their name doesn't end in Bailey, Edgecombe, or Johnson, I would be very surprised from the Philadelphia 76ers perspective. But still sitting here on May the 21st, I would be more than shocked if the pick there is not Ace Bailey. I think that's going to be the guy. It makes too much sense from a talent perspective and just his long-term upside with this team and the ability to grow with a Jared McCain, with a Tyrese Maxey, and hopefully a Joel Embiid going forward. It makes way too much sense to be a plug-and-play person into the lineup right now at the 3 or the 4, and it also makes way too much sense for the guys that he has the ability to learn from, whether it's a Paul George, whether it's a Tyrese Maxey, whether it's a Joel Embiid. Everyone has a little bit of something to offer. Joel Embiid obviously is going to be a much better defender and has the defensive capability, the defensive parameters, whatever kind of word you want to use to describe him, that Ace Bailey does not have with his 7'2" frame and his dynamic shot blocking ability. But he can teach them the little things like how to read cutters, how to react at the rim and challenge guys at the rim. Teach him little things like that. Paul George, say what you want about his game now, but he was a very good scoring wing in the league for a long time, and he has been glowing about Ace Bailey and the potential. Even DeMarcus Cousins the other day said that he thinks Ace Bailey should be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. And then Tyrese Maxey, his dynamic ability to shoot the ball, to score the ball from the outside. All these players have a little bit of info, inspiration, kind of to offer to Ace if he was the pick. And he doesn't have to slide in and be the guy right away. I think at number 3, you're picking for more of an upside guy here. But if you are looking at a more of a plug-and-play, I think Tre Johnson could be in that category, and VJ Edgecombe could also be in that category for the Sixers team over Ace Bailey right now. So, there is a discussion certainly to be had, and this recent report indicates that the Sixers are having this discussion, are looking into these potential options. When you look at the new billboard from Tankathon, this is post NBA draft combine, kind of breaks it into 3 tiers here. Tier 1, Cooper Flag, obviously going to be going number 1 there to the Mavericks. They were interviewing the damn guy after the draft lottery. You don't even have to worry about him. Tier 2, Dylan Harper. I'd say 95% chance sitting here today that it goes number 2. I'd be very shocked if he slides anywhere else. Only situation I could see is if someone loves Ace and they want to trade up to number 2 or something like that and take him there. But I think Dylan Harper is going to be your number 2 pick. But you got Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe right there in tier 2 as well. But any of these other guys, I think, are going to be in the mix, in the discussion. It goes back to our other topics of discussion. It gives you options. Jeremiah Fears, would I pick him at 3? No. Derek Queen, would I pick him at 3? No. Kasparas Yakichonis, I don't think he's going to be in the mix at all. But whether it's 9 to 3, I think all those guys are going to be discussed. And then when you kind of get into the option or the discussion of those options, potentially moving back to 5 or 6, potentially trading, out of the pick entirety and trading it for someone who loves one of these prospects, and you can get a really high level win now player as part of a package with some other assets as well for that number 3 overall pick. So the options are going to be out there and on the table to discuss. But from my perspective, from my point of view, if the pick is not Ace Bailey, I think the most likely Daryl Morey guy is Tre Johnson. I think Tre Johnson offers you the most kind of notable skill set in terms of what you're getting from him as a player. A lot of people are projecting him as a 24, 25 point per game scorer. Not from day one in the NBA, but when he gets into his prime, when he's 2-3 years into the league and kind of explode on the scene like we saw from a Tyrese Maxey from a young age. Kind of give him the ball and let him go to work. How does he fit in a crowded Sixers backcourt? Who knows? Are they all going to be able to coexist? Who knows? But I do think Tre Johnson is the player most likely to be the pick that is not Ace Bailey as we sit here today. I just think talent-wise, he's got some stuff that you can't really teach, and a dynamic skill set that you bring to the NBA table from day one. You're able to contribute from the day you step onto the floor with his scoring ability. 6'6", 190. A little bit weird to see there. Born in 2006, going to be playing in the NBA. Has some deficiencies. You see a lot of red there, but you look at, all right, this is still a young guy. Just played his freshman year, a crazy freshman season at the University of Texas where he was their guy. He basically carried that team on a late season run to the NCAA tournament. Very good free throw shooter, projects as a very good NBA three-point shooter. But the main calling card here is the scoring. The scoring and playmaking potential takes care of the basketball well, but averaged 19.9 points per game in his freshman year, shot 87% from the line, and nearly 40% from 3. This is a guy that can flat out go out there and put the ball in the basket and has superstar potential, I think, down the line. Is he going to be a great defender? Is he going to be a great playmaker? Those are things that remain to be seen and remain to be part of the discussion. But if you don't believe in Ace Bailey and you think he has too many deficiencies in this game, I do think this is a spot where Tre Johnson could be the pick. I know the Sixers have a crowded backcourt, but I don't think you would allow, passing on a potential guy that could average 24, 25 points a game on a given night to just walk away because you don't think he could fit on the roster. You'll find a spot for him on the floor. You might have to move some other pieces around, whether you look to trade a Jared McCain, whether you look to trade a Quentin Grimes, or you don't bring Quentin Grimes back at all, then that'd be foolish. You at least bring him back and have the option to trade him. But if you're not picking Ace Bailey, who I would be picking as of today on May 21st, opinions can change, thoughts can change over that time. I think Tre Johnson would be the next pick, and I think he would be the most Daryl Morey-esque pick, with just his ability to score the ball and kind of Morey's track record of guys that could shoot the ball, could score the ball. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, those are the pedigrees that he has, and I think Tre Johnson fits into that as well. Edgecombe, I think, is more of a potential prospect. I think if you're looking at more potential, you might go him over him and Ace Bailey, kind of in that 3 mix. But I think Tre Johnson, the perfect mix of scoring potential to continue to develop into as he gets bigger and stronger, but also a guy that you can plug in right now in the NBA tomorrow, and I think average 15, 16 points a game as a rookie. I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you all in specifically on one prospect, or are you open to this pool of candidates? Do you want the Sixers to bring them all in for workouts? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We're gonna have so many more videos coming out. There's rumors and reports out there every single day that we'll be diving into. But as always, everyone, keep it locked here on Sixers Digest. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.